tried. May 26th, 2025. I am through with society. As something that I want to be a part of. I don't want it no more. I've been cleansed of that desire to fit in any place out there, because those people ain't worth fitting in with. I went out so early this morning. It was so pretty this morning. I love this land. Every place I love the land. It's the people that what they do with their free will, they keep themselves down. And I don't want to be a crab in a bucket with my cancer rising, so it's just better that I tried. Like I tried for so many years to reach out and try and find, I would join their stuff for so long, because I'm like, oh, maybe we're like-minded. I'll see if there's anything that they do that I'd like to do. Let's see if there's anything that I do maybe that they'd want to do. And ultimately what it comes down to is my worlds are reversed. And I don't know people like that. They want to do what I want to do. They just all want to do what they want to do all the time, 24/7, 365. And I don't have the fucking energy. So I went to this, it was a weird experience today. Although it was so beautiful, the trees were speaking to me. They were all lit up and illuminated and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's so beautiful where I live. Beautiful. It's just always the people. They're just it's that hum. That hum. And so I go to this place where there's this one soda I drink. This is the last soda I drink. It's cherry Sprite. And I bought the last that I'll ever drink. I'll say that I'll ever buy at that place. I'll say that. I'll change my words. And I'm gonna make my own cherry soda. It'll be better anyway. Because I don't have any vices left. So things that I enjoy much. So because I'm so disciplined in moderation and things like that. So I go over to the store, last place around here that I know that sells that kind of soda. And I see a guy that I thought was my buddy. And then I walked towards him like, hey dude, what's up? And he fucking swerved me so fast. He turned his shoulder like I don't know you. And I was like, whoa! And then I remembered. And then I was like, for a second I was taken back, right? Hurt my feelings. And then it occurred to me, the man has the same birthday that my sister Jessica, who died back in 2022. And her family, she had 3 kids with the man, and he never even knew she had a sister. So I'm like, okay, that vibrational Virgo. See, Virgo don't see Aries anyway. So I was like, oh, okay. So, one less person I got to worry about freaking spending my energy on. So that was kind of weird. And then I go inside, and the woman that was working behind the counter, now the last time I saw her, she was taking a break, having a cigarette outside in her car. And I parked in close proximity, and I walked over and I gave her a couple of my stickers. And I explained, I'm autistic. That's how I do the rainbow. My spiel, every person I give one to, I tell the same thing to. I'm a broken record. And so, here, want some water? And so, I get my soda and I go in line, and I'm like, okay, are you waiting for me? And I'm smiling just like I smile at people, but when people feel so bad about themselves, they don't want to hear it. They don't want none of that joy, they don't want none of that happiness. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, thinking to myself. And she rings me up. And I got these clips, these round ring clips, and they were only $3.99, and they're perfect for me to keep in my console. And then I'm going to get a box of hose, and then when people are broke down on the side of the roads because they have broken hoses, I can just pull up, see how much they need, cut it, and it's a quick fix just to get them to where they need to go to have it actually repaired. So I got all kinds of ideas. Anyway, so I told her about that, and I was like, and then so I'm standing there, and she stands there, and she just looks at me, and she's like, I'm just gonna take my time today. And I'm like, of course you are. Of course, because I have all the time in the world. So by all means, your time is my time. Lady at the gas station. Really, take all the time in the world. What do you need? You need pats? You need circles. And so I was like, okay, that's cool. I said, yeah, I hear it's been busy on the res this weekend. See, if anything that I can identify with is a drunken Indian, because I'm a drunken Indian. The half of me that is native and Spanish, that is, I believe, and heck, the main four predominant parts of my personality, they're all, I drank for years. That's why I don't do it, because I got out of the loop, and there's so many people that just can't get out of that loop, and they're mad at me because I did. That's okay. So, she's like, I'm going to take my time. I was like, okay. And then she rings me up. It was like $20 for 4 sodas and 2 sets of those clips, and then I walked out, and then that's when that other guy swerved. That's what I said. I said I heard it was busy on the res, because when I went to the restaurant yesterday, people just tell me stuff. Because I'm a truth seeker, so people just walk up and they're like, blah. They just tell things, And so, like the night before, there was three drunken and disorderly in the Hooskow on the res, and then the next day there's 9. So that tells me there's a lot of people that are just freely opening themselves to all these demonic energies out there, and so I don't want to be a part of their bullshit. So instead of supporting some local business and occasionally driving all the fucking way across town to buy some weird random soda, I'm just gonna quit fucking see, that's the thing, is that's why my world is so small, because I just phase out the bullshit. It's shit I don't want to put up with, because it's not worth my time, my effort, my energy. So I just opt out. Although Mom and I have come to a place that we are very, very, very comfortable in life, because our needs are met, and we have no wants. Because when your needs are met, you should have gratitude in your heart, and your wants, those desires should be memorized. But people don't work on themselves, so they feel bad about themselves. They do everything they can to make themselves feel better, which makes them feel worse. And so I am not going to participate in their stupid planet anymore. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do me when ain't nobody else is around. I went to the park, parked at the park so I could feed some of my old friends the crows. And I walked over to this corner, and you could just feel the dark, dank energy of the freaking nastiness that freaking resides there on a daily basis. Walk over by the fence. And last year they quartered off this corner just because the same group goes there every day and takes up space. And they don't want the group there taking up space. So they sectioned it off. And then this morning there was 5 of those one-time use, plastic use marijuana, those joint canisters. They just lit their joint and freaking threw it on the ground. And they did that 5 times because that's how lower vibrational people act. That's how they behave. Like, you can't ever have anything nice, because there's people that are running around town with demons in them, and they don't give a fuck because it's somebody else's problem, and because they have the feeling of lack. How many other towns, I wonder, are just not really worth hanging out with? But the number's growing. Because you got all these people that are trying to go from this place to another. Either they're trying to recapture a feeling, or they're trying to find a feeling that they ain't never had before. Either way, they're running from their feelings that they have yet resolved. So resolve those and then worry about all the other stuff. I see where people haven't been resolving their feelings. Hi, Luna, you go girl. You pretty boy. Everybody's good. New moon energy got us all. But y'all. Or anybody else opting out of 3D Earth? I'm curious. I'm just opted out. Like I think about it. I mean, I guess I've been to every concert I ever wanted to see from any group that is, I mean, like, I don't care about, it's not even my world anymore. It used to be my world. I wanted to be a part of it, and I was. It's just not any fun. So my days of concerts and shows and all that kind of stuff, they're not even the same people that they used to be back when I liked them. And even, like, I was wondering, I came across my shuffle the other day, that dude with the American anthem about people being American, how it never, the good old boy song. And it's just like, he did that song, got rich, like, you ain't never heard from him again. What's he doing? That's how it is. Like, people pop in, and then they get everything they need to do what they want, and then they dip out. And I'm like, well, isn't their mission about everybody? And then you see who people really are. Like I saw today, when people were like, they're just not friendly because they hate themselves. So they see a friendly face and they just want to turn that smile upside down, and I won't let them. Mom and I had lazy cherry pie. It's these buttery croissants. I put them in the toaster oven to warm them up for a few minutes. Then I just get the can of cherries and then get whipped topping and put just a little bit of sweetener. You don't even need I shouldn't even put sweetener in it. And then put it all together. It's a tasty treat, huh, Mom? Yeah? It's pretty good. So we're getting by. We got a storm last night, so I went out this morning. That's why it was so rad, because all the nature opens up and lets the water in for cleansing, and it was all electric because we got a rain came through last night. So it was so and it was before all the freaking hangovers woke up and stuff like that. I tried to give someone local, they know somebody that knows people that are sick. They have that C word, and so I was trying to give them cookies to give to their friends so they could feel better, because that's what they're for. People make them feel better that just don't ever feel good. So give them kind of a reprieve physically. And so I reached out, and I try to see if I'm in alignment with people, and I can be in alignment with anybody, because it's just who I am. It's just trying people that are in alignment with me. I just don't have the bother much anymore. So anyway, you warm enough, Mom? Here, Benny. Is that Margie you're doing or talking? They're not giving Benny snacks, Margie, and it's rude to Benny. Here, Luna, you want cookies? Whoa, that's cold. That's just the vent, and that's fucking chilly, dude. Mom, why don't you speak up, Mom? Use your words. That's cold. Turn that shit off. Fucking it. Oh, I was gonna make a cup of coffee. I don't sleep at night anyway. Might as well. It's like a hug on the inside. of my nose and my stomach cups of coffee are. So I see that there's a lot of people that dipped into their ego this weekend, and they're learning the ramifications of that. There's so much violence. On my side of my FYP, there was some English dude and vacationing in Texas. Who vacations in a state that's the shape of a toilet? And dude was like clearly shaken, voice trembling, talking about how he just witnessed a homicide. Yeah, some dude freaking in a truck came up to another guy and got out of the truck, whacked old boy upside the noodle, and fuck, a homeboy dropped, and then they took off, and then while he was doing the video, the truck comes back, and he's like, I mean, this guy was traumatized. He's never gonna, and that's America. Like, people aren't safe in America. Like, for decades, we went over to places in parts not disclosed. They call it national security because they don't want their families to know what they're doing to pay themselves for. It's bullshit. It has nothing to do with national security because this nation has collapsed itself from the inside in the last 5 years. This country's over. There's no more baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Like the ideologies that they've imposed on the masses. But see, we always been so poor, we knew that it was all smoke and mirrors and pony shows and pageantry and nonsense. When I was a little girl, that's probably why I'm a lipstick lesbian. I like lesbians that wear lipstick. Because when I was in preschool, at Little Acorn Preschool in Atascadero, I was Rudolph. In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So they took lipstick and put it on my nose. And then I somehow grabbed it and ended up eating my grandma's lipstick. And then from that point I'd get in trouble because I'd get in grandma's purse, mom's purse, and I'd just eat the lipstick. I get so much trouble. So yeah, so I played Rudolph, and so that song always stuck in my head, that the reindeer games, it's all reindeer games. They want me to go along to get along with their games, and their games are so lame. And so now I grew up after being a part of their games, because see, sometimes you have to see if you have discipline and have to make yourself less of who you are to ultimately arrive at a destination. And more people than I know that are in really hard situations last night, in real hard situations in life now, because they didn't suck it up and do the bullshit at some other point in time in their life. See, I did 6 years of having people tell me what to do when I laugh at them. They weren't telling me what to do. I wouldn't play the role to the point that in the military, I would never went by Airman Hessick. I was Marge, because it was all so fucking silly to me. And I'd been telling the truth and ever since, and yet people get so mad at me because they like their dumb parades. They like doing the things that people celebrate them, but the people that are celebrating them don't really know about the things that they really did, and the truths are coming about. So me and Mom are just gonna hang out, and I don't know. I mean, I don't like. I've done this channel 7-8 years. Maybe it's a planetary alignment. You know, who knows? Maybe I'm almost done with this. Who knows what the future holds? Because I have ideas of what I want to do. I'm just less interested in putting them on here. So, yep, I tried. I got a lot of trinkets for just doing what I was told. I got a lot of awards. I've been to big important places with big important people. Just ask them. They'll tell you how big and important they are. And all of these things, they matter not. So I look around and I see how people treat their families and stuff. Oh yeah, there's one woman, she freaking got walked out to this morning, and there was police crime tape halfway in her yard because somebody went nutty across the street. So she had to ask the policeman to take the tape down so she could go to work. Boy, I'm glad I don't gotta go to work no more, Ma. You know it? I don't gotta pay for all that shit that I don't need to make me feel better about my position in life. And we just live such a small little existence, you know? Because when I don't need to live a big existence. My energy, my heart is big. My actions show who I am. I don't need big, stupid new cars and all the bells and whistles, because those attract the kind of people I want nothing to do with. So I'm gonna just fly under the radar and find my own crowd. But it's gotta be a word of mouth kind of crowd.
A word of mouth?
Yeah, I'll be cool. Word of mouth. I'm gonna make friends word of mouth. Cool. Getting crazy out here, Ma. Oh, I gotta dump out the butter. I made butter. I gotta put it in the fridge so I can, in the cookies I can make in the morning. I can make Reese's peanut chips. I think that's what I decided. All right, that's about it.